You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 13th of May, 2025. It is 54 days after the spring equinox. It is 38 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 24th day of Floréal, the day of the Valérian, the Valerian. The sun rises today at 5:40 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:05 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:36 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:14 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute 59 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 99% full at midday. The last quarter will arrive on Tuesday, the 20th of May. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the morning, low tide, 5:22 a.m., 9 centimeters. Near midday, high tide, 11:38 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the evening, low tide, 5:27 p.m., 30 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:44 p.m., 1 meter 68. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the bush roses have come into full bloom. The small scale of many of our side streets makes room for many rose bushes around the neighborhood. There are some very lovely examples by the houses at the corner of 12th Street and 31st Drive, where there are nicely tended bushes in the front yards and also in the planting beds of the street trees. Commemorations. On this day in 1637, Cardinal Richelieu, chief minister to King Louis XIII of France, ordered that table knives in his household have their points ground down and rounded off. The modern dinner knife was invented. Until that time, guests at fine houses in Europe had used pointed hunting daggers to spear their meat at table, and they had an unfortunate habit of picking their teeth at the table with the tips of their knives. Richelieu's new dinner knives were not only more refined in terms of table manners, they also removed daggers, which could be used as weapons, from his dining hall. On this day in 1861, the Great Comet of 1861, formerly designated C/1861J1, was first observed by John Tebbutt of Windsor, New South Wales, Australia. In his book, Astronomical Memoirs, Tebbutt wrote, "On the evening of May 13, 1861, while searching the western sky for comets, I detected a faint nebulous object near the star Lacaille, 1316, in the constellation Eridanus. The comet was visible to the naked eye for 3 months that summer." James Riley Robinson, on the schooner Conchita in the Mexican harbor of Ajapampo, wrote this description: "I awoke in the night at 1 o'clock, when I had a glorious sight of the largest comet I ever beheld. The head, or nucleus, was large as Venus, and very bright and blazing, and about 20 degrees above the horizon, pointed to the north, while the bright long tail reached full halfway across the heavens. It was a most wonderful sight." With an orbital period of about 406 years, it should reappear in our skies in the year 2267. On this day in 1888, the Lei Áurea, or Golden Law, abolished slavery in the Empire of Brazil. It was signed by Isabel, Princess Imperial of Brazil and Regent. She was a strong opponent of slavery. The text of the law is remarkably terse. Article 1. From the date of this law, slavery is declared extinct in Brazil. Article 2. All dispositions to the contrary are revoked. In response, slave owners and members of the upper classes rebelled against the monarchy and toppled it just a year later. It is a rare instance where a Republican revolution was inspired by a reactionary movement wanting to limit human rights. Finally, we wish a happy birthday to Stevie Wonder, born this day in 1950. He is a master of R&B, pop, soul, gospel, funk, and jazz. He signed with Motown's Tamla label at the tender age of 11 and took the stage name Little Stevie Wonder. A year ago today, he accepted Ghanaian citizenship from President Nana Akufo-Addo at Jubilee House in Accra. He once said, "What I'm not confused about is the world needing much more love, no hate, no prejudice, no bigotry, and more unity, peace, and understanding. Period." Happy birthday, Stevie Wonder. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 13th of May, 2025.